Now, if I may ask, is the queuing system all what the queuing system is all about, and which category of transporters it is meant for?
Thank you and good evening to the listeners. The queuing system is mainly designed to organize, transportation of goods, in and outside the country.
Right.
And before we had the queuing system, we had a lot of problems in the transportation of goods and services. And what happened, most of the transport services, was dominated by foreigners, non-Gambians. Let me put it this way, non-Gambians, and our transport sector, they were very much worried because they felt that they were not benefiting from the transportation of goods, within and outside the country. And this complaint was lodged to the ministry, and this has gone very far. It went up to the parliament. So I remember one time we were even summoned to the parliament to explain why, the Gambian, transporters are not involved,
Right.
in the transportation of goods, within and outside the Gambia. Then we had to conduct a series of meetings with various stakeholders, in the transport sector to ensure that we come up with something that will enable the Gambian transporters also to participate in the transport sector. And that's what brought about the queuing system.
Right.
And now, if you are a transporter, you have to queue. You have to join the queue so that when your turn comes, at least you will also participate.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, could you please share with us some of the benefits of the queuing system that warranted its introduction in the first place?
Yes, one is it's organized the transport sector,
Right.
very well. Now you will not. It's organized in a way that there is no chaos, and also it's allowed Gambian transporter to participate in the transportation of goods within and outside the Gambia,
All right.
and also provide us with data, in terms of goods that are transported within and outside the Gambia. Yes.
Now, according to your ministry,
Yes.
some players engaged in the re-export trade are not providing manifest on their consignments. Now, what measures are there to ensure compliance?
Yes. What we do now, this is something that we put in place some time ago,
All right.
to ensure that the General Transport Union is given the responsibility to ensure that goods leaving the country, should be put on a manifesto. Well, manifesto, it helps us not only even in terms of data, but it also helps us to know, what are the goods on load the trucks. Because sometimes without a manifesto, you will not know. Somebody can say, I have these items on the trucks, actually when those items are not on the trucks. But with manifesto, because it itemizes everything that is on the truck, and a copy of this is shared with the ministry, then that helps us to be able to capture the export trade. And when this was stopped, it really affected us because all the data that we have on re-export trade is all estimate. It's not very reliable, and this is why we thought it's important that we bring that back to ensure that we have accurate data on re-export trade, because it's a very important component of trade for this country. They need to have data on it.
Right.
Yes.
And finally, what are you looking forward to in the past few weeks in terms of as far as this is concerned?
No, all what we are looking for is compliance.
All right.
We make sure that all the players in the transport sector complies with the court judgment and also comply with the manifesto, because the manifesto system is part of the queuing system.
Right.
It helps to organize the queuing system. It helps us to be able to collect data. It helps us to know what is being transported within and outside the Gambia. And I think that is very important for the government.
Right. Permanent Secretary Lamin Damfa, many thanks for joining us today on the news.